union is so important. We are collectively one voice, and that's where the power is in the people.
It's just an opportunity for anyone to get in, whether you black, female, Hispanic, whatever. It's just a good thing.
And that's what it is. That's what all the trades are. It's an opportunity. When you put a journeyman card in your pocket, nobody can ever take it away from you.
Local 18, we have roughly about 285 members, active members.
We represent everybody from manufacturing to construction to gaming techs.
There are wardrobe attendants, costumers, stagehands, riggers.
Oh, for the Central, you're looking at 40 different locals, over 50,000 members here in Central Indiana.
We are working around the clock, a lot of times behind the scenes, keeping everything as normal as we can.
We're building America. It's a hard job. It's a dirty job. It's a sweaty job, but it's a fulfilling job.
We miss Labor Fest. We miss being a part of the community. That's what being a part of a union to me is learning from our brothers and sisters.
We can have a good time and have an event. It's not just about what our rights are and what we fight for. It's just that hey, come be part of us.
Looking forward to next year and hoping to come out bigger and stronger.
We're looking forward to 2021. Just because the pandemic has us down this year, we have high hopes that we will be able to be back on Georgia Street a year from now. So everybody hang in there, stay safe, and I'll see you 2021.
It's going to be all right. We're going to get through it like we do everything else. And unions will be right here.
The Central Indiana AFL-CIO wishes all working people a happy Labor Day. We're proud of our union membership and our community leadership.
And welcome everyone to our, as you can very well see, our virtual kickoff to the Labor Day weekend with AFL-CIO and Indy Labor Fest. I'm Tina Cosby with Radio 1 Indy, AM 1310, The Light 92.7 FM, here with Haley Sanford. You're the communications director for the AFL-CIO and co-chair of Indy Labor Fest.
That's right. Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got to. Okay, so show your mask here. What does that say?
So this says essential workers are actually
says union members are essential workers. Okay.
Yeah, this is a American-made, union-made mask. So I wanted to make sure that we showcased
I
that.
love it, and it's a really neat design and everything. Pretty cool. We're gonna get a few of those before
absolutely.
Before the show is over. We'll get a couple of those American-made, union-made masks. Haley, this is we were just talking about the event and how it's held every year and how the crowds. I mean, you said you've had crowds of up to 25,000 on Georgia Street before. For people who may not necessarily be familiar with it, what is Indy Labor Fest?
So Indy Labor Fest is an admission-free street festival that we host every year. In commemoration of working families and our union members across the state. So we came up with the idea to have a street festival because historically, in the past, the AFL-CIO has had a parade. Attendance was low there, so they shifted to an in-person sort of like festival event. And since the the beginning of the first year of Labor Fest, it's grown from about a 5,000 person event to, like you said, 25,000 was our largest attendee number. And that was, I believe, in 2018. We have every union trade down there from...
I was about to ask, who makes up this conglomerate of people that can get up to 25,000 on Georgia Street over the weekend? So who all is made up of? I mean, we saw a little bit with our opening video there, but who is it made up of?
Yeah, of course. So Central Indiana AFL-CIO, we represent 50,000 union members here in the central part of the state. So who makes up 50,000 members is we have, plumbers and steam fitters, we have electrical workers, we have heat and frost insulators, we have theatrical stage employees, Department of Public Works, operating engineers, you name it, we probably represent those people. Air traffic controllers.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. There's a lot. AT&T workers. I mean, and all of them. So we all come down to Georgia Street on the Saturday before Labor Fest. They set up booths. They hand out information. Some of them, like the iron workers, they do like this in-person simulation for the kids. They can climb up on the iron rods and like, you know, get harnessed up and feel what it's like to be an iron worker. And it's just a really fun, interactive day, and it's free.
Yeah, yeah. So they're doing this virtually. Some things, you know, throughout COVID and the basically lockdown or tightening up of restrictions around. Some things translate fairly well. This one's not necessarily going to translate because you can't virtually put 25. So how are we going to celebrate and make everyone understand that we still celebrate them during this particular weekend that we always celebrate them?
Sure. So with the help of Radio 1, we have been running some radio ads highlighting some of our different union affiliates and kind of talking about their trade and making sure that everyone, you know, knows that the reason for Labor Day is because of union membership and community leadership.
So how many unions are represented, the number, just so people can get an idea? I know you name the variety of unions, but what's the number that's represented?
We have about 60 different affiliated unions that are under our umbrella.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's just Central Indiana?
That's just Central Indiana.
Wow. So what about what a lot of people want to know in this day and time? Has the pandemic had an impact?
It has, yes.
In terms of what? In what way? And how are you countering that?
Absolutely. So with our theatrical stage employees, almost immediately,
they're
at 100% unemployment. They're at about 90% unemployment now because there have been like an uptick in some like trade shows and things that are still need stagehands for like virtual. But it didn't really affect like the building trades locals, like the electrical workers, heat and frost and plumbers. They've stayed steady throughout this. But, you know, when you think about the transportation workers, Indigo, the Department of Public Works, they're being exposed to the public every single day. And so we're very adamant about calling on our elected officials about, hey, we need to get protective equipment. They need to have hand sanitizer, gloves. We need to protect our essential workers. And so that was a big push at the beginning of this. And we haven't seen a huge dip in unemployment for most of our unions. But like I said, like the theatrical stage and the stagehands, I mean, they don't have any work.
Yeah. So, and supporting them, that's got to be difficult. What can you do?
I mean, honestly, we've done our due diligence talking to legislators and trying to, make sure that in these packages or in these, policy initiatives like the PRO Act, the HEROES Act, that we're including like gig workers in that so that their unemployment doesn't run out.
Right.
And they very well could be unemployed for the next 6 to 8 months. So we have to do some work there, to make sure that they're still getting paid.
Well, Haley, the Central Indiana Labor Council, AFL-CIO, CLC, represents working men and women in a variety of different sectors, from manufacturing to construction, trades, and public employees. Our unions offer career opportunities in a wide variety of careers. These careers offer competitive wages, benefits, and secure retirement opportunities. Today, we are pleased to offer an inside look at 3 career options with the Central Indiana AFL-CIO. We have 3 videos to share with you. Learn more about why people in these trades selected a career with the union. Let's take a look.
IBW is the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. We represent everybody from manufacturing to construction. We cover a broad spectrum. Our apprentices go through a 5-year program. They go through the program. It doesn't cost them any money. We pay for it and our contractors pay for it. So when they're done with their program, it's 5 years of class, 5 years of on-the-job training. When they, what we call top out, graduate, they're making journeyman level money. You're going to be better trained. You're going to have a better career, and you're going to have something when you retire. On the outside of a union, you have to negotiate your own deal. The IBW negotiates the deal for you, and we have healthcare, full retirement. Those things are priceless in today's world.
I think as a general across the board, why union, it's about solidarity, and it's about being together. That's what being a part of a union to me is learning from our brothers and sisters.
I use my story when I'm talking to people. At 24 years old, I was in a totally opposite field, something totally different. I was working 6 to 7 days a week. I barely had insurance and I didn't hardly have any retirement. I switched at 24. It's the best decision I ever made. I wanted to learn something. I wanted to have a skill that would last me the rest of my life. That's why I made the change.
I got into this trade right out of high school for a non-union company. Worked my way up through the ranks. I was limited on my pay. I couldn't get over a certain threshold of pay and had no benefits. So I got on a project with union members of Local 18. They started talking to me like, man, why are you doing this outside of the union? You know, we make this, we have these benefits and what have you. I thought, that's a good question. Why am I doing this?
As a business manager, it's my job to send people out to work. Once we bring them in, give them an opportunity, we'll teach you the rest of it. And you'll be successful, be able to raise a family, have everything that you really want, and be able to retire and retire with dignity.
My retirement benefit, should I choose not to do anything else, I can live off of that. Kids don't realize that right now, you know, they don't think about the future. They think about the now. And you get into a trade that has the benefits like that, and it'll take care of you when you're ready to retire. It's just an opportunity for anyone to get in, whether you're Black, female, Hispanic, whatever. You know, it's just a good thing.
We've been in business over 100 years for a reason. Their wages are exactly what we say they're going to be. Their benefits are exactly what we say they're going to be. We're building America. It's a hard job. It's a dirty job. It's a sweaty job, but it's a fulfilling job.
So I'm the proverbial sitting at home, don't have any idea what I'm going to do with my life. And my dad saw an ad in the paper and he said, kid, you ought to go try to get in this apprenticeship program. When you put a journeyman card in your pocket, nobody can ever take it away from you. Went through a 5-year apprenticeship program. Wow. Best thing about it, you get that degree basically for free. And actually earn money while you're working in the apprenticeship program. So once I found that place, there was no doubt in my mind that that's where I would spend the rest of my career. So every opportunity, and that's what it is. That's what all the trades are. It's an opportunity. We tell it to the new first-year apprentices every year at orientation. Here's an opportunity, and it's up to you to do something with it. There is no other place on the planet that a worker, just a plain, simple, hands-on worker can earn a living and take care of their family like in a trade union.
And that was a very, very nice look inside 3 career opportunities with the Central Indiana AFL-CIO. And those 3 areas, electricians, insulators, plumbers, and pipe fitters.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
So anyone bigger than the other, or they all have their own, a life of their own, I guess you would say.
Yeah, they all have their own wages and benefits packages.
Mm-hmm.
They're not all created equal, but they're better than the non-union. As you heard in those videos, a lot of them started out in non-union and realized, what am I doing? I'm not even, I'm having to pay for my healthcare out of pocket. I'm not getting a 401k or a pension. And so it just dawns on them one day, or it may take somebody on the job who's union saying, hey, you should come over here. And like, we've got these benefits that are going to set you up for the rest of your life.
Wow. And so for people that may not necessarily be aware, somebody that's already working in one of these professions, what you're saying is the union choice is the better choice.
Yeah, I mean,
of course you're not going to say not.
Well,
but I understand. But yeah, can you explain that for people that may not understand?
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, you may think I'm biased because I work for the AFL-CIO, but I'm actually married to an electrician with IBW Local 481. To tell a little bit of his backstory, he was working for Kroger in 2008 with a business degree because of the recession. He couldn't provide insurance for his daughter. He was making damn near minimum wage. So he couldn't afford a life of his own. And he ended up, you know, finding a friend who had just started the apprenticeship here in Indianapolis, and he encouraged him to apply. Now, first year on the job, and it's not always like this depending on the trade, but as soon as he started working and paying his union dues, he had full healthcare benefits.
Wow.
He was able to provide healthcare for his child, for himself. He was able to set up his 401k, and he will receive a pension if he continues to work until retirement. So that's just one example, and you heard it in those videos. The union way is the best way. And there's a reason why the non-union works so hard to dismantle the unions. And that is because it's second to none.
Are these, I know that there are opportunities that are being explained beautifully throughout this show and with the videos. What about the availability? I mean, is one area more lucrative in terms of, well, maybe not necessarily lucrative, easier than another in terms of availability of just getting into, or does it all depend? How does that work?
It's pretty competitive depending on the field.
Okay, the field.
And if you want to be in a stagehand right now, you can't get a job with the stagehands because they're at 90% unemployment right now. So I would say, you know, the building trades, they always have jobs available. Transportation workers, they always need more bus drivers. They always need more people to patch the roads. You know, air traffic controllers are another, you know, that's a federal union, but they're forced to retire at the age of 55. So they're always looking for newer, younger people to come in and take the reins there. So yeah, there's absolutely, you know, job openings. You just need to know what you want to do, and then contact us, and we'll put you in contact with the right union representative.
Well, Haley, we have had a fantastic time talking about everything, including careers, and we're going to get to some information about that. But lest we forget, there is an event tomorrow.
There is. So typically we would be having Indy Labor Fest on the Saturday before Labor Day. Since we cannot gather, we are having the Shining a Light down on Monument Circle is going to present a Labor Day message that will run from Saturday night through Monday night.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So we'll have like our president down there to kind of kick it off. We're actually the first civic organization that's utilizing the Shining a Light feature down there. So that's really exciting. So we'll be hosting a live event on Facebook. Actually, Radio 1 will be there. And then we'll be sharing it on all of our socials.
So like us.
Yep. Like the pages.
Like us.
All the stations up here will be running it. So, well, I think so. Maybe
yeah, they are. Yep. They wouldn't be there if they were. Yes. Isn't that pretty?
So it's not the fun, you know, live in-person event that it typically is, but it's about the message and why we celebrate Labor Day.
It's a placeholder. It holds it in place and it keeps the message out there. And the other message out there, we were talking about earlier in our conversation, careers, but you have an absolutely a website, a dedicated website. Is it Built to Succeed?
BuiltToSucceed.org. Yes, that is for building trades careers specifically. So like you saw the electrical workers, plumbers and pipe fitters and insulators. Yeah. If you're interested in a building trades job, go to BuiltToSucceed.org. For all other sectors, you can, reach out to me via Facebook, or, you can find my information pretty easily on the internet.
Okay.
But yeah, that's absolutely visit one of those sites. And
so you all are covering all the bases. You got the jobs area covered. You got the celebration covered coming up tomorrow, and you've got the lobby plan for, for upcoming legislative sessions and some other things in the city, and dividing those duties. So you have it covered.
Yeah,
you got it pretty well covered.
Yeah.
Haley, thank you so much for being with us, and all the best, and good luck with everything the rest of the year. And we'll see you back on Georgia Street next year.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Central Indiana AFL-CIO wishes all working people a happy Labor Day. We're proud of our union membership and our community leadership.